At 5:42 hours local time, Russian assault units begin moving across open ground. Not armored, not supported, just speed, motorcycles. 4 bikes break from a tree line, engines screaming as they accelerate across an exposed field toward Ukrainian defensive positions. The plan is simple: close the distance before drones can react, reach the next cover line, and force a breakthrough. But the moment the engines ignite, they're already seen. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone, hidden high above the sector, locks onto the movement within seconds. Thermal contrast, engine heat, rapid vector across open terrain. The feed streams directly into a forward command node. Target confirmed, coordinates marked, and immediately, the response begins. FPV teams move. Operators already on standby bring their systems online, pulling live visuals from the recon feed. Attack drones are armed, calibrated, launched. By 5:44, the first intercept is airborne. Below, the motorcycles push harder, spreading slightly to reduce vulnerability. It doesn't matter. The first FPV drone drops in fast from above, adjusting mid-flight as the rider tries to zigzag. Impact. The lead bike disappears in a blast of dirt and fire. The formation breaks instantly. Second drone. Another hit. Speed, useless. Maneuverability, irrelevant. This is not a chase. It's a controlled elimination. The remaining riders abandon formation, pushing toward the tree line, some ditching bikes mid-run, trying to reach cover on foot. But above them, they're still being watched, and Russia still has eyes in the sky. A Russian reconnaissance drone appears over the sector, attempting to re-establish situational awareness, tracking Ukrainian drone launches, identifying positions. For a brief moment, they regain vision. Then Ukraine removes it. A counter-drone unit launches a dedicated interceptor. It climbs fast, locks onto the Russian UAV, and within seconds, impact. The drone fragments mid-air. Feed gone, signal lost, and just like that, the assault group is blind. No coordination, no updates, no support. What follows isn't an attack anymore. It's survival. Ukrainian FPV drones continue hunting the scattered infantry as they try to crawl into tree cover. One group nearly reaches concealment. Then a drone drops directly between them. Detonation. 2 survivors break away, dragging a wounded comrade deeper into the brush. Above them, another recon drone adjusts altitude, scanning for movement. No vehicles left, no organized advance. The green light is given. Ground units move. Ukrainian infantry pushes forward cautiously, rifles up, advancing into the same tree line the assault group failed to reach. The moment they enter, contact! Gunfire erupts, short, violent, controlled. Minutes later, it's over. 2 Russian soldiers remain, outnumbered, low on ammunition. They drop their weapons, hands up, captured. The rest of the assault group, gone. The field falls silent again, but only briefly, because this wasn't the main effort. It was a probe, and Ukraine already knows where it came from. At 6:18 hours, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone shifts focus beyond the destroyed assault route, scanning deeper into the rear. A village. Movement detected. Vehicle signatures. Heat sources clustered near structures. Likely staging area. Coordinates transmitted. Artillery responds. Within minutes. Impact. A precision strike lands directly on the position. The explosion is immediate and violent. Secondary detonations following almost instantly. Ammo storage. Confirmed. The blast wave rolls across the village. Debris thrown high into the air. Fire spreading across multiple structures. The source of the assault? Neutralized. But the battlefield doesn't reset. It escalates. Moments later, a Ukrainian Humvee begins repositioning away from the strike zone. Then, another threat appears. A Russian FPV drone locks onto the moving vehicle and dives. Fast, direct, no time to evade. But this vehicle is not unprotected. Electronic warfare systems activate, disrupting the drone's control link at the final moment. The drone loses guidance, slams into the rear of the vehicle, and fails to detonate. A miss, A rare one. The crew doesn't wait. They push forward immediately, clearing the area as the operation continues. Because now, Russia escalates. At 6:47 hours, armored movement is detected. 2 tanks, 3 infantry fighting vehicles, forming up for a mechanized push. But once again, they're already being watched. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone tracks the column from the moment it begins moving, feeding live positioning data into fire control systems. The terrain ahead has already been prepared. This is not an open advance. It's a trap. The lead vehicle hesitates, misses its route, corrects. That delay is fatal because it allows the entire column to compress. Tight formation, classic doctrine, straight into a pre-marked kill zone, minefield. The first vehicle crosses the threshold. Detonation, tracks blown, momentum gone, the column halts. And that's when the second layer hits. Artillery. Rounds land across the formation, bracketed perfectly using drone-guided corrections. Explosions ripple through the column. Vehicles attempt to maneuver, but there is nowhere to go. Another mine detonates beneath an IFV. Fire spreads. Then the third layer arrives. FPV drones, launched directly into the chaos. They strike disabled vehicles, targeting engine compartments, ammunition storage, exposed crew positions. One by one, the vehicles are finished. What began as an assault becomes a kill zone. Smoke covers the field. Flames spread across destroyed armor. Inside the haze, one IFV manages to break away. It turns, accelerates, attempts retreat, but it's already marked. A Ukrainian FPV drone locks on, closes distance, impact. The vehicle erupts. The crew abandons it, fleeing on foot. Another drone follows, another strike. No escape. Moments later, secondary detonations begin, ammunition cooking off. Internal explosions tearing through what remains. 5 vehicles entered the kill zone. None leave it operational. And still, the operation continues. Because deeper behind the line, another threat is already active. A BM-21 grad attempts to reach a firing position. It never gets the chance. A Ukrainian drone identifies it mid-movement. Tracks, follows, then dives. Impact on the engine compartment. Fire ignites instantly. The system burns where it stands. Another launcher reaches position. Begins setup. But it's already too late. A kamikaze drone is inbound before the first rocket is even loaded. Direct hit. The launcher detonates, rockets igniting in sequence, turning the vehicle into a chain of explosions that consumes everything around it. Further along the sector, another MLRS is spotted, already fired, too slow to relocate. The drone doesn't hesitate. It closes the distance. Impact. And when the smoke clears, there is nothing left. No vehicle, no launcher, no trace. Across the entire sector, the pattern is clear. Recon, detection, strike, follow-up, elimination. Every movement observed, every mistake exploited, every delay punished. Russian forces attempt to adapt. Motorcycles, fast assaults, armored pushes, dispersed artillery. But the result remains the same because the battlefield has changed. Above it, thousands of drones watch everything, every approach, every formation, every attempt to advance, and without effective countermeasures, there is no concealment. No surprise, no breakthrough. At 7:32 hours, the sector stabilizes. The assault has failed. The vehicles are destroyed. The artillery silenced. The surviving infantry captured or eliminated. And the drones are still there, watching, waiting, because the next movement will be seen the same way and stopped the same way before it even begins.